you released your
Yeah.
song, Peanut Butter and Najam, that one that features Chef 187, you were kind of mute for a minute. What was the reason behind that quietness? Because you only gave us one day Kulaya and then you went quiet for some time. Then you released the Peanut Butter and Jam, then went quiet again, and now Do or Die. What is the reason for the silence?
Okay, to be honest, like this thing that we really overlook as artists. Sometimes we get so soaked into craft that forget about our mental health. We also forget about how we just conduct ourselves in terms of when it comes to ourselves, just a personal life before we even go there. Because if you're not well as an artist, then even the product that you are trying to create also won't be well. So what really happened that time is I had a lot of breakdowns.
Franco, sorry about that. We seem to have lost you. I hope it's not your network or our network.
It's your network.
But now we see it. Whenever you were saying you were dealing with some mental health issues for you to go quiet, you can continue with what you were saying.
Yeah, so basically one thing that I just had to fix and just see how I can improve on that. And obviously, because more is coming, something like that is coming more, because we are here for a long time. So yeah, that's what I basically was doing, and just rethinking my way forward. Also, just rethinking my way forward. You need to sometimes when a lot of rough things are happening, here you're there, you get overwhelmed. Sometimes you need to lay back and just sit down and just ask yourself a question to say, where am I going? What am I doing? So you need that time.
Now, Frank, now that the fame is undoubtedly being experienced, you're one of the most sought after vocalists in the country. What do you have to say about the previous contract that you had previously with KB?
Okay, so let me just make things clear. I didn't have any contract with KB. It was just work. That's what I would just basically consider it to be.
So it was just work. Were you compensated for making at least 90% of the music on that album? So that we get it out of the way first and foremost.
Because there are those rumors that you only worked, because you're saying it's just work, there are those rumors that you only worked to gain exposure and everything. That's so if you could just lay all that to rest.
Okay, so initially the thing is, we didn't agree on a money basis. Put things on paper. Obviously, you know how it is when you're so focused on just...
Frank, you were mentioning something on the other side about some of the rumors that you need to lay to rest, especially with working with KB.
Yeah. Yeah, so we didn't lay down on paper to say I'm going to get this much and everything like that. But obviously, my expectations were not met, and obviously the thing that he said he's going to do for me is just put me out, and yeah, what was done, but I didn't get any money per se that I could say I got for writing 90% of the project. Nah, didn't.
Oh, shame. Going forward, do you think you'd ever make that same mistake? Because, pardon me, I feel like that was a mistake on your side. You should have stated what you expected and probably signed something. So going forward, have you learned something from this?
Too much.
He didn't let you finish.
Yeah, say too much. He's learned something. Well, if you've learned something, that's great, because at the end of the day,
Yes.
You've learned something.
Because you know how it is. Here's the thing, right? You don't know that you have gold. It's so easy for you to go and place yourself amongst bronze or amongst copper, because you don't know. You get, but when you know what you have, you will know the value to place on it. So I feel like that was a mistake. Sometimes when you're desperate, sometimes don't do music desperate. Selling yourself, man. You end selling something, selling an opportunity that to be something to benefit from. But anyway, such is learn from it and we move on. I'm just grateful to get a platform for Zambians to hear me and to.
It seems like network is really, really bad. Hopefully we get to sort that out. Because I would like to know now, with him saying that he has learned a lot from that, that was a mistake. Exactly. But now I also like to understand now what is going on with Olijaba as well, because he's been posting about Olijaba Entertainment. Also, Mark, too, you need to tell me exactly what is Olijaba Entertainment and what is Alpha Entertainment like? Are
they different? What exactly is going on? And that's something that we're going to dive into with Franco. But then the concern comes in, or rather, let me reiterate the words that he just mentioned. He said, when you are gold and you're chilling with bronze, you don't know value.
Like being malicious, see? You can't just do the show without being malicious. What's your problem? What is your problem, sir? Don't well me here.
I'm just citing. I'm just citing what he said, and I think that's one thing that many artists in the country really need to get down, because you can't just work without signing papers, especially if you're a talented artist, and they know it's very easy to be exploited in the industry. It's very easy to be exploited in the industry. Hey, Mulenga, we want you to come and host an event for us. We'll pay you in exposure.
You eat exposure.
You eat exposure.
Colleagues. And I feel like we need to stop these bad manners of we're paying exposure before we get to see you. No. Listen.
No.
People getting to see me on TV will not pay my bills. But anyway, we have Franco back. Great. So Franco, I was saying that it's great that you learned your lesson from what happened there with KB. But then we've seen you working with Olijaba Entertainment, which is for Macky as well. What is the basis of that contract? Is there a contract? Is it just for you to make videos with them or to make songs with them, or they get to do everything, the 360 contract?
Or to gain more exposure?
Kuribe by exposure, but that is what Zambia. Come on, guys. It's just work now. So that's one thing that I'm getting from Olijaba. You know, one thing that I like about Macky is that he's one person who has understood that as an artist you need to be independent. You get and it's not all the time, because if a Olijaba, if there is no such thing as no happening in our Macky, a person is automatically in the pitch. You get, and you need to just bring out your A game and push. That way, it's giving you a mindset of a push, and you'll be pushing all the time. Not Jayon Karankalache. And I feel like even maybe in the many chances that because it's a breakdown like this because of Kumanexas community and the Ravens. One at Jairika hand to mouth, you get, or Kashan ka easy life, you get. You don't have to push music, you don't have to do anything, you just have to show up. That's the thing you need to do. But now it's like different, and so even the contract that we have with Olijaba, it's something that I can really say. I wouldn't say the key factors that are there, maybe the key points that are there, but what I can tell you is that it's one of like the good deals I've received so far.
All right, it's good to see that you're finally happy.
Signed it.
And I hope that your mind is now at rest, so that means we get to have more music from you.
Too much. Hits after hits.
Yeah, indeed. Speaking of hits,
right?
Let's get into Do or Die before we get to close up on the interview. What was the inspiration behind the song, and what made you have Macky 2 on the project? An amazing piece of music, I should add as well.
Okay, so for Do or Die, first of all, that song is very close to my heart, man. I don't know how I can even explain it.
Friends, tell us. You have the platform.
You know, it's a jam that the first time that song came, I was outside. I was listening to some music, and then I paused, and then I don't know what I was hearing. It's like an instrumental playing on its own, because like I could hear something playing from another store or something. Because I was actually at the mall. So when I heard that instrumental, I was like, but this is something that's like, I don't know what happened. It just stirred something in me. And if I tell you that the whole chorus came in like one piece. It was like a freestyle. It just came to my mind like someone has just dropped it at airdrop. That's how crazy it was. And from that time, I rushed to the studio like no man's business. I wish Melabits was here because I just called him. I was like, I just need to get to the studio just like now. And I was busy that time. I had a crazy day, but I just went to the studio. So it was fast forward. I reached at the studio. I laid down the chorus, and then I made sure I write the verses as well. And then the song was demanding greatness. You get.
Okay.
So I was like, I don't want to do something regular, something that people are just going to say, okay, the Vamos and everything. Like I want to do something that's crazy. That's why you see me switch between like the reggaeton Jamaican style and also going back to R&B and stuff like that, because I wanted it to be like a switch that will shock you in the club even when you're high. Anyway, but yeah, that type of thing.
And
then
the collaboration with Mark too, was it a situation where you were done recording and he was in studio and he heard the song and Mwachi, they got to try up with my buzz?
The song, when I finished recording the song, I actually got it and I sent it to him. I first sent it to Y Celeb. Then Super was busy by that time, and he was putting his album in order and everything. So I think he didn't even check it out really. So I was just like, anyway, me, I'm working with time. This stuff needs to drop like ASAP. So I sent it to Mark, and then he had a listen. So he was there. So when I was playing it to him, he was just like smiling. And like it's very hard to make Mark to smile. Then I'm just like, I think we have something here. So, he didn't tell me even that it's a nice song. He didn't tell me any of that. He was just like, okay, tuara molofo tuara vikam. Then I was like, okay, big man. So the next time I went to the studio, I was just doing something. He recorded like the whole verse, that one, he recorded it in like 30 minutes. And that was just like, he was writing there and then. I was just like, this man.
Retired general.
Retired general Macky.
Bamdala benzorapa mungati ni artist mfana afuna ku blow Imagine.
But then also, I would like to know the video concept. Who came up with the video concept? Is it you or the director of the video? Lanzi Cooper.
Lance is the one who came up with the concept. On that one, I gave him all the credit. I just loved how he understood what I wanted, what the song was talking about, and what needed to pop out the most in the song, and just marry with the video. So I really appreciate him for that.
All right.
So any new music we should wait for from Frank Ro? Or maybe ka EP, ka mixtape, or right now you're just thinking of maybe giving us more singles?
Most definitely some singles. I'm going to give you a few singles, then we'll see how it will go. I don't want to drop a project when people haven't told me to do so, because I feel like the fans are the ones that need to tell you to say, okay, I think now we are ready for a project. Because a project is one thing. A project is something that requires a lot of resources. And studio time, you need to make something that's solid. When people listen to it from track 1 to track 10 and track 5, it's something that people should make sense out of, you get. So it needs to be a very powerful project. So me, I believe in quality over quantity. I don't want to just for the sake of putting out music, just put out music even if it's rubbish. No, I just want to take my time. A good song will say it's a good song. Nango studio kaimbera chenimbo. Because Do or Die, all the people that I played that jam for, like the first part, just that that same part, I'm like, I feel like, So now I need more of those vibes you get, so that I serenade my people and I give people quality music. Because people are paying for this stuff, you know, I can't be giving them useless stuff.
Yeah, but before there was the whole blow up, there was the 90% album done and it was fire. From the way that you're saying it, there might be much more fire. What's the difference before we get to wind up?
Sorry, I didn't get your question very clear.
Yeah, so before the blow up of Franco, you know, as you are this big artist currently, there was the whole 90% album done and it was fire. What would be the difference with the new type of music that you'll be working on? More fire, and just help us understand that.
Okay, so the thing is, you know, for example, maybe for the KB album, the one that I did, I was more free, and he gave me the platform to experiment. There were jams like Don't Lie to Me. That's like you know, like a UK kind of like Afrobeat, chilled Afrobeat UK. So it's like something that people can vibe to. You get, and but it wasn't too Zambian. It's a sound that people will need to take time to like ingest, you know, because there's some people who just don't. There's a certain sound that doesn't easily grow on people. So for the new sound, that I would, the one that I'm working on right now, the one I would say some of the songs I'm considering to be in my project. It's a more defined sound, and I know what I'm doing. When you listen to the song, you'll be like, okay, I feel like this guy knows what he's talking about. It's not just him writing or experimenting. Yeah, so the difference is going to be like, here, people will experience more of me in the next projects that are coming. The next project that is coming.
Lastly, Franco, how do we feel about 100,000 views in 8 days? I saw that on YouTube.
That's why I have to say. Okay, I really just thank you, man. It's by God's grace. You know, sometimes even team of your own a chair, and then, you know, like being able to achieve something like that, I feel like I'm inspiring some people, and I just want to do more, man. I just want to do more. I don't want to stop. I just want to 10 million, you know. And I really just want to say thank you to myself just for being patient with myself as well. You know.
All right.
And we want to say thank you to you too.
Amazing.
Yeah. We want to say thank you to you too for
joining us. Thank you so much. I love you guys.
Thank you. And just one thing, we actually caught him sleeping because he has confirmed that there is a project.
Right?
That is on the way. So, Tagwira. Makare kere chati tumbwe.
Makare kere. Takanvera isi.
Se takanvera.
I walked right into it.
That was the whole essence of my question, just to find out if there is a project, and you confirmed it. But thank you very much for joining us, Frank, and we love Do or Die. We love your music here, and we can't wait to see you grow in Olijaba and the rest of Africa and the world.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it.
All right.
So that was Franco who joined us virtually, and we were talking all things music, what you should be expecting from the man himself, Mr. Ordinary Lava Franco. He has told us that he is working. I didn't say sing. Shush. I didn't say sing, but anyway, he has said that he's working on some more music, so we better just